two, you could call them pieces, sort of like two bodies of these sort of improvisation logics that I want to play with that also have the potential to interconnect between the two of them. So we've been kind of building into the first of them, and I think that I would like to just keep charging on with that. It really might be like notationally impossible to really integrate a lot of these sort of behavioral things, but then it would also be really useful for me to kind of understand from you guys like why some of those don't work. Jane Jacobs. She was essentially self-taught in the field of urban studies, and she wrote a lot about just kind of like understanding really like the micromechanics of how communities function, so that you can't simply plug a nice garden or a park or these things that are like supposed to be good for communities like any old place and have them function in that way, that the nature of their functioning is really defined by how those people in that community use their space. I was reading Situationist Guy Debord. He has this really amazing image where he takes this map of Paris and cuts it up into all these different pieces that are kind of defined as feeling like neighborhood zones, like places that have their own kind of sense of gravity. And he spreads them all out, and he just draws these directional arrows to show how people travel like through and between those regions, which communities connect and which don't, and places where people have huge patterns of like avoidance, for instance. Those direct connections are definitely the seed underneath this stuff. Yeah. And I think where I'm coming from at this point is that I feel like it's really easy when you have a defined concept like that, to kind of like limit yourself if you're conceiving of the material only within that box. Yeah. But that I also feel like there's like a gut level at which I trust that other material or other like interactive systems sort of assert themselves as having a relationship to that, even if it isn't clear what that relationship is. Yeah. And you kind of dig into that and then find the linkages sort of by like digging into this stuff kind of on its own terms without worrying too much about the concept.